and or you can write it down all your questions, and once I have completed my explanation, we'll have a separate Q&A at the end of this webinar, so you can ask all your questions there. Okay. And just for the information, those who are very new to this Learn to Trade, just now following 1 or 2 days back, just for information, I do live market session on all trading session Monday to Friday, morning 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. The links will be shared on the Telegram and on the Twitter also. You can get benefited out of it on the during market hours, live market session. It's again free. After market hours, Saturday, Sunday, free content plus webinars like this is going on in a full-fledged way. So I am engaging with you traders almost all the day in the week. So in today's session, let's get started about OI and price action. I believe everyone have notepad and pen with you. So let's start. So first of all, again the same question comes. Why open interest? What is the reason? There are many things in the market available: indicators, price action, level based, reference level based trading, support resistance based trading. So I could see many traders. The main thing of doing today's webinar is on open interest specific topic is because it was asked by many traders. So now, first of all, you need to have an idea why open interest. Okay, you should have a clear understanding or reason. Why do you want to more understand in depth about open interest? Okay, specifically, there should be a clear reason of whatever you are trying to do. Just because, sir, 1 week back I have seen one trader using open interest, sir, so I want to also use open interest. 1 month back, one of my friend was using open interest, sir, so I want to also use open interest. No, this is not the way real trading is done. Real trading is all about which style of approach is suiting your own particular trading or own mindset. That is very important. That is where you as a trader or any trader have to stick to it. Okay. So again, why when it comes to open interest, there are few common things which is generally there on the open interest topic. That is, for an example, on open interest, we just check the open interest mainly. I will be speaking in perspective of option side, okay, not future open interest. My today's focus is mainly on the option chain ka open interest, right? To call and put option ka open interest will be there, and there will be different strike prices which will be available. Okay, on every strike prices on the call and put, there will be some open interest which will be there. Okay, which will be more comfortability. Let's say this is ATM at the money ka call put. Okay. So generally, when it comes to the open interest on the call side, on the put side, right? So OI will be there. Here today, I'll be using the charts and this whiteboard mode. I'll be less using any kind of PPT. Generally, I doesn't like just scrolling some PPT and giving you some theoretical content. Better, I'll be more focusing on let's understand what is behind open interest. What is the mindset? What is the approach of a trader who is coming and creating an open interest? Okay, in general, open interest is always looked in a perspective of an option seller. I will tell you why. Because to buy one ATM option, it will be probably one lot of Bank Nifty. It will be asking you around 12,000, 15,000 based on the premium. But to same way to short, to take an option selling, naked option selling positions, it will be probably asking you 1.3 to 1.6 lakhs. मतलब कहीं ना कहीं the option seller compared to an option buyer, they are giving 10 more than 10 times of more money to create one lot of positions on the option. It can be ATM call or ATM put, but to take a position, option sellers gives more than 10x of the money compared to an option buyer. So generally, in terms of option chain, open interest is more dominantly looked in a perspective of option sellers, right? So as the expiry goes on, option premium decay happens. So now let's understand one thing. I will give you a small understanding. Here, ITM ka call option is here. Okay, ITM call option is here. I'll be using the bar graph also. You can see the bar graph. I'm already having this bar graph and all. We'll be discussing about this bar graph and etc. etc. Everything we'll be discussing. But first of all, let's understand the basic approach. So this is ITM put options. Okay. I'll be not focusing what OTM is doing, because try to understand if an option seller is trying to plan a short side trade on in the money option. Try to understand how confident he is that the market will go in that particular direction. For an example, if more open interest option sellers are writing the option, open interest is increasing on ITM call option, that means there is some information from the option chain comparing to the ITM put option that market or the option players is not interested that the market will be moving towards upside, right? So now let's compare. Always we have to just not like we are seeing number and getting over excited or over attracted. Okay, for an example, here suddenly there will be 1 lakh of open interest will be there, and here there is one more topic which can be included, that is COI, change in OI. Okay, so COI, change in OI, is also very important. So open interest, let's say suddenly ITM call option are total 1 lakh open interest, in which intraday change in open interest means the open interest which was developed on that particular trading session. But for intraday market open, probably if you are checking the open interest tomorrow morning by 10 a.m., you could see some numbers coming in this change in OI. Matlab, this is total OI. Okay, the open interest, the word which you are checking it out is the total OI. But here change in OI, let's say change in OI is somewhere around 50,000. Okay, that means in the total 1 lakh of open interest, 50% of open interest, that is 50,000, has been built up as a change in OI which has been developed on that particular trading session. So let's say ITM ka call option has 50K ka change in OI. Let's say in the put option side, the total OI is just 40,000. Okay. In this, the change in OI, in which the COI, change in OI, let's say it is 10,000. Okay, this change in OI is 10,000. Just check this. How much percentage is this coming in? Probably 25%. Compared to the total OI, the change in OI is 25%. That means, in a simple comparison, here it is 50%. Here, again, I'll be repeating you what I personally do with open interest. If I'm looking at option chain, even during the live market session, which I've been doing for the past 1 month, I've been telling the same statement again and again. I am looking at open interest only when I am confused, or if I want to get an additional confirmation from the chart for specifically for the index. Okay, this is the first perspective of open interest I check. And if you remember, I have shared this splitted trade of open interest and OI usefulness. I would have shared this. I believe everyone would have checked this. I'll be coming back to this also and explaining you one more out of the box perspective about the open interest. Okay, so now simple same way. So here, what is the information we are getting? My work is to get information from the available data. That's my only work. I am not here to predict anything, because I always tell traders never predict anything. Just we as a trader can go with the flow of the market. That means this ITM call options are more interested in writing the call option. Okay, writing the call option more compared to the put option. This is the information I'm getting in. So that option chain is telling me or giving a small hint, because remember, option chain data is delay by 3 minutes if you are checking it on a NSE ka website. Okay, delay by 3 minutes if you are during live market you are checking. So after a few minutes, I'll be explaining you how to use the EOD, end of the day total open interest, for the next trading session in identifying the important levels, the important zones, and along with that, how to use it with the help of the price action in executing the simplest approach of trades. Okay, NSE has a 3 minute of delay, probably 2 to 3 minutes of delay in option chain. So here information, I'm just getting one thing, that ITM call writers are more writing compared to the ITM put option. That means at this stage in this option chain, what is the information? Is the market is showing an hint? Is the option chain showing an hint that the price will move up or it will move down? Can anyone tell me? I have an answer, but now looking at this just simple comparison, ITM call writers are more compared to the ITM put option when we are comparing OI with change in OI in terms of percentage. So now I want an answer from you because I want to make this session more interactive so it can be more in a better way, right? So can you see the chat box? Every message is coming as per the open interest. That is option chain, which is the static option chain. It is telling the movement can come on the downside. Again, I repeat, I am using a word can. Never use a word it will. It will fall down. Yes, market will fall down. Market for sure will fall down. No. Open interest I use in a way to get an additional confirmation. My main focus is the charts. What the chart is telling me, I am more interested. Okay, I am trying to get an additional information from the open interest. So always thinking open interest in a perspective of probability as one of the information, not only the single information, as one of the information. Looking at open interest can help us to not get biased. Already most traders, retail traders have an habit of getting distracted by looking at candle colors, and if the open interest is also acting as one more distraction, that it will fall. A market now based on the option chain, the market now it will fall, I will jump and take my put option. No, that is not the way. I will jump and take a bearish position. That is not the way trading works. Try to understand how the trading works first of all. We can think only in terms of probability. Okay, we have an information, there is a chance the market can come down because option chain is also telling us. Now the question is, what is the chart telling us? That is the main reason. Along with the open interest, I want to mainly focus, also compare it with the price action, because blindly with open interest executing trades, I don't think it might be a better scenario of approaching or creating an positions. Okay, so now I'll use this one. This is one information which I probably shared a few days back. Okay, so now here, let's just look at this. This is a simple ICICI Bank. Okay, this is end of the day. After market completes, I have just taken a snapshot of it just for your information, just to explain you, make you to understand how the things can be with this total open interest, how it can be used. Okay, this is the total open interest, nothing change in why. It's a straightforward total open interest. Okay, so here you could see here 87. This is taken from the September 4th. Okay, for the next trading, so that is September 2nd chart is there. Can you see this? September 2nd market closed somewhere around 871 levels. Here the market has closed 871. So nearest ATM strike price is 870. Right. So what I have did here is I have plotted an OI chart, OI bar graph, a simple bar graph chart of open interest on all nearest available 10 strike prices. Nearest available 10 strike prices, because 870 is the ATM strike prices. So now my focus here, what I want to specifically focus is all about how the price can react. That is, how the price can react in a way. Now try to basic logic, think in a simplest way. Let's say there is a strike price. For an example, let's take some example here. Okay, so let's say ICICI Bank. Okay, let's say ICICI Bank is there. The same, it's trading around 870 is the ATM. Its price is trading around 870. Let's say 870 price is trading. Now everything will have an option strike price. Call and put will be there 870, 880, 890, 860, 850. There are every 10 points probably. I think there will be an option strike price. Okay. So now what I am checking here is the total OI, right? My focus here is the total open interest I want to check, right? So by the EOD, I am doing it on an end of the day basis for next trading day. Okay. For next trading day, I'm checking it on a EOD perspective. Now let's see the total OI. Okay. This is call options. Just I'm more comfortable here to use the whiteboard is to make you directly understand. I don't want to tell you what this mean by OI, how the open interest getting developed. You can Google it out, you will find that those informations. Okay, so this is OI, total OI, total OI. This is the ATM strike prices which is there 870 call and 870 ka put option. Very simple. So now market closed here ATM. Fine enough, ATM close happening. That's great. So now my main focus is, let's say this OI has probably 50k of open interest and this will have 40k of open interest. So this is balanced. So if I want to specifically, this is a balanced open interest. Let's say 880 ka, we'll use the same example here. Okay. 880, the call option has 2 lakh of open interest. Okay. And 880 ka put option, let's say again it has 50,000 ka open interest, or let's say, yes, 50,000 ka open interest is there. Okay. Or for a precise note, let's say it has 1 lakh ka open interest. Matlab, what is the information we are getting here? The call writers on the same level, on the same 880 strike price, the call writers are sitting with 2 lakh of open interest, while the put writers are sitting with 1 lakh of open interest. That means the call writers are 2x more expecting, the traders are more than 2x the time expecting that the ICICI Bank will not make any aggressive upside move beyond 880 levels. Okay. Here the put writers which are coming in with 1 lakh open interest, they are expecting the price to move up. But these traders who have been writing the call option 2x, comparing with 2 lakh open interest, 1 lakh open interest, double the open interest which is being built up on 880 ka call option, what is their expectation? So I'll be thinking in the perspective of going into their mind and trying to identify what is their expectation. Okay, so what most traders do, sir, 880, there is 2 lakh OI, sir, 880 ka put option only 1 lakh, sir. So 880 will act as a resistance. So this is old, this is the normal traditional way that 880 will be acting as a resistance because 2 times the open interest is there. This is a traditional way, right? This is a traditional way. Now we'll understand as a directional trader. Okay, as a directional trader, what we want as a directional trader, as an option buyer, what is our main focus? We want momentum. Okay, so we want what? Momentum and follow the price. As a directional trader, the main focus should be to follow the price, right? In the direction of momentum. If the market is staying sideways, there is no work for a directional trader. So rather than blindly assuming, sir, we have 2x of open interest in the 880 ka call options, comparing to the 880 ka put options, so 880 will be acting as resistance. This is blind assumption. Okay, this is what I will tell you. As I mentioned, we'll be thinking slightly out of the box. This is a blind assumption because if you Google it out about open interest, you will find, okay, there is 2x of open interest compared to 880 call to 880 put. So writers are more, 880 will act as a resistance. I'm not telling you that is a wrong way of approach, but for a directional trader, my main focus is to identify the momentum. One-sided direction. Momentum is also always simply called as one-sided aggressive price movement. So rather than predicting or thinking that 880 will act as a resistance, let's see what chart is telling us. Okay, that's straight away what I'll be doing is what chart is telling us. That means same trading session, this is fifth. So first of all, what I'll be doing is I'll be trying to mark 880 levels here. Can you see? This is the for the next trading session open interest. This bar graph which you would see here. This is for the 1 day EOD session. That is on last Friday. The 5th is the Monday. Okay, so 880. Now just what I'll be doing is 880, which is who is higher? Call writer is 2x higher. If you want to check the precise example, it was more than that. I'll show you. So now the question can come, sir, how this bar graph is coming? Explain. I will let you know how this is coming and everything, but now focus on the concept. So you could see the green color bar here is the put OI. Can you see here the put OI? The red color bar is the call OI. And you see this the box here, the put OI and call OI. So ATM strike price is 870. So next nearest 880 ka strike price. Can you see? This is total put OI. Can you see more than 2x? More than 2x call OI is there sitting at the 880 ka levels, right? So what is the information we are getting that 880 level is marked before the market opening for the next trading session. Okay. So now my main focus is I will be checking the price action. That is where I will be taking an help of a price action. How? 880, there are 2x call writers, okay, compared to the put writers. So what is the expectation of writing the call option? They are expecting price will not go beyond 880 levels aggressively, right? This is the simplest thought process, because of which they are writing the call writers are more. They are writing 880 call option in expectation. ITM call writing slide, near to the ATM they are writing the call. 870 is the ATM. Next strike price above that, the traders are writing the call with an expectation price will not reach and trade more above 880 levels. Now, if this 880 is acting as resistance and reversing back down, that means the 880 call writers have successfully defended their positions which they have already created, and the price will start coming towards downside. This is a practical approach which most traders do, sir. Call writers are more, so 880 will act as a resistance. But have you ever thought in an opposite way, in a different perspective? What if this 880 level crossed and price aram se sustaining and aram se closing above the 880 clearly with a clear bullish candle? Have you ever thought what will be the situation of those 880 call writers who have 2x, more than 2x? They have been writing this 880 strike price, right? With an expectation price will not move towards upside. So now what will be their scenario? What will be their scenario? As the price starts moving up and up, they will be facing losses, okay, and everyone will not have patience to hold. Few will start aggressively booking their losses, right? Because price is starting to move up slowly and steadily. That is where I want to, yes, to cover their shorts, to cover their short position. That is where I am more interested. If they are covering their short positions, more they will go with market order, or they will try to exit a position in a slight panic situation, because we are checking EOD data. That means when price was trading at 870, they are writing the 880 call option by the EOD, right? By the end of the day. That means, let's say this option is trading around 15 rupees. By the time they approach the option somewhere around 880, the price has came, this option already would have came to 11 rupees or 12 rupees maximum. So already they are in loss. And if price aram se breaching the zone, sustaining with the bullish candle, clearly closing above the range on a 5-minute time frame, plus price is almost approaching the previous day's high. That means this was a consolidation zone. Buyers are easily trying to cross the zone with an open low formation. Now tell me how much clues we have. Okay, just a minute. What I will do, I will disable the chat as of now because there might be pop-up notifications coming in. You can stay on the session. If any audio issue or technical video issue, you can message me on Twitter or on the Telegram. Okay. So I am just disabling the chat box to avoid the disturbance or from the because of notification popping up. Okay. So here those traders by the closing basis, just I am calculating on a closing basis, 871 level price closed. By the EOD data we are checking, 880 का call writers, market 330 के बाद settle out, right? So this 880 का call option they would have written for an example at 15 rupees. Price is now approaching 880. Let's say price is exactly at 880. Now this call writers will be facing a loss. For sure, the option will be trading around 11 rupees. Minimum, I'm telling you 11 rupees. Option can be traded around 11 to 12 rupees. So already they are in a loss. Okay. And plus here the price is furthermore crossing. Once remember, if the strike price of any option is crossing, that is where the delta will start coming into the picture in pushing the option price further faster. Remember, 870 is the price. Okay, 870. So next available call option is 880. So far this is ATM, and once price crossing 875 mark, 880 becomes ATM. So now 880 price is crossing. Matlab, always remember this is practically delta will help us. The delta for an option buyer, it is our friend. Once price on the spot levels, it is crossing any strike price. From that point, any further same directional move, that means here the price is crossing 880 level, anything after that, any further directional move, the delta will come into effect and the option prices will be starts moving faster in comparison with price which was moving earlier before price was crossing the 880 level. Okay. So the faster the move, already the option writers are in loss. Now the price aram se sustaining almost near the day's high, buyers easily crossing, clearly closing above this 880 where the 2x of the call writers were there, right? Now this is where opens me an opportunity. Again, this what you can ask is what I'm taking my entry or content. Again, this is purely for your educational purpose. I'm not telling you tomorrow morning, sir, check the open interest, draw the line. Price making a bullish close, bearish close, jump in, take a trade. I'm not telling anything like that because you have to understand first whether this approach is suitable for your style of trading. If it is suitable, then it is fine. If it is not suitable, you have to understand. First, you need to make in a relaxed mindset in understanding. So I will be more focused. Also explained you the just simple chart, right? So here my focus is to plan my bullish trade above the high. So here what I feel is the risk is low. If the panic comes straight away, price will aggressively move up. If the panic is not coming, then my SL will get triggered. So here probability of the price moving up is high in comparison of probability of my SL getting triggered. So my main focus will be I'll be more comfortable to plan a bullish trade above this with SL place. So probably how much point can you just focus? How much point I might get an SL here? High is 881, low is 878. So I'm getting 3 points of SL. So I want to not ride this wait for full day. No, I want to catch this momentum, catch their stop loss hitting, catch their panic selling, short squaring of their position buy market orders or a panic square off. I want to utilize that momentum as my opportunity. One trader on the opposite side is in the panic, other as a waiting trader who I'm waiting here, I am using it as an opportunity. Always remember in the market, if one trader panic, the other make using as an opportunity. That is where the price starts moving aggressively up or aggressively down. This is an basic price auction. This is the way in which market generally auctions. If I am looking in perspective of in a different angle of option chain. Okay, so now I'll be using various examples. First of all, okay, let's see one more example here. This is again Bajaj Auto, applicable also on the stocks, also on the index, because here I have already shared on the Twitter about the stock snapshot of it. So I'm trying to use that first, and then I'll be coming back to the index in explaining you. Okay, so now let's understand a simple factor here. The main thing is just because the 2x Y is there, price is crossing that levels, I am going and jumping and taking bullish trade. No. Where is the price? That is the crucial factor. Remember, just because OI pumping up 2x of open interest, sir, I'll be jumping, pumping and taking my trades. No. Remember that is not the way trading works. Try to understand that so that you will get a better perspective or better idea of what is happening. Okay, don't think, okay, sir, you are told this is crossing, the level is crossing, straight away we can aggressively go in for a trade. No, I personally am not going to aggressively take in a trade without understanding the price. So now let's take one more example here. Bajaj Auto, again, this is same day, 5th of this one. Here I'll be also taking a use of the VWAP. So VWAP can more better generally act as one important zone or a level for a supporting or to give a clue more on towards the direction. Okay. Just a minute. Yes, this is the Bajaj Auto, which is here, right? The Bajaj Auto scenario of 5th of September, right? So now here I am looking at different things here. Again, the factor changes as the open interest. So here one thing, can we see this? 450 is the ATM ka strike price. So 4100 compared to the put option, the call writers are more than 3x. Minimum I look for 2x, nearer to 2x, here it is 3x, right? Sorry. That means 4100 for the next trading session, 4100 level is here. Okay, market closed here, the 4100 level is here. If price is approaching the zone, price is around say crossing the zone, then the call writers might panic. Okay, but here price opening and straight away coming down. So that is where I need to look at any downside strike prices which has more open interest. So here one thing we have is almost 7-8x 3900. It is way far away from the current price level. So nearest next what is there? Here we have call Y and the put Y. Here this is not 2x but near and around the 2x. Probably a few more OI develops, it will become the 2x. So I'll be considering this as my nearest, comparing to my ATM strike price, nearest open option chain, where what is there here is, why I am considering this is all because I will tell you, if this 4000 put writers, 4000 strike price put writers, if they panic, can you see 3950 where there is any major open interest? No. Straight away the price can easily reach minimum 3950 levels without any major disturbance based on the open interest information, because here there is no major interest. If the price is a basic thing in the market, always remember on the price moves down to find the buyers, price moves up to find sellers. Okay, until sellers are not coming, price will continue to move up. Until buyers are not coming, price will slowly, steadily continue to move down. This is the basic price auction theory. It's a basic price auction theory. I believe everyone are aware, or you might have checked some any auctions, painting auctions, or a very most common known auction is the IPL auction, right? I believe everyone are aware about this cricket auction, kabaddi ka IPL auction, kabaddi auction, okay, or cricket ka IPL auction. What happens? Let's say the IPL auction is telling us a player is starting with 20 lakhs. If the auction opens, that means it is minimum 20 lakhs is guaranteed, and anything the auction rises up 20, 30, 40, 50, 1 lakh, 1 crore, 2 crore, 3 crore, it goes on for the players, right? It goes on upside. This is called as one-way auction. Okay, one-way auction. There is only upside, no downside. The auction will not open. If it is opening, it will go on the upside only. This is simple example of IPL auction. Okay, but in the market ka price auction, there are two perspectives. That is why market is called as two-way auction process, where price moves down until buyers are coming to find buyers. If buyers came in, price will start reversing back up. Price moves up until they find sellers. If sellers come in, price will reverse back towards downside. Okay, this is the practical approach in terms of the price auction of the market. It is a two-way auction process, not like a normal IPL auction or painting auction, because where the auction starts, it can only go up. It cannot go down if the auction has started. Basic approach, right? Same way here, why? What has made me here the open interest comparing to call and put is not 2x. But if price easily crossing and sustaining below it, next 3950 is the strike price in terms of open interest. So that means there is no major open interest or interest shown by the traders, the option call writers or put writers around 3950. That means price, if it is trying to move down in search of the buyers, price will further continue to drag towards downside because there is lack of interest, right? So 4000 is the level. Very simple approach. First of all, as I mentioned, it's EOD. I'm checking all this data one day before EOD. Once this market close, for the next day I'm checking, right? So here 4000 level is here. Now this is where sometimes price will take time to cross. That is where I'll try to take an help from VWAP with the help of price action confirmation. Morning price dragging down, trading below previous day's low. Can we see this price which is getting developed here? Price was not easily breaching 4000 levels. So because put writers were there, so price was trying to get a defend or not ready to easily move down despite aggressive bearish candle. Aggressively price is breaching the previous day's low. But remember one thing, for this 1 hour of price behavior, can we see none of the candles were even ready to make a close? Forget about up moves. First of all, try to understand basic understanding here. If price is not even ready to close above VWAP, upside move probability becomes very less. Chances are very less for the upside move, because for a price to move up, it has to close above the VWAP, which everyone knows it. This is nothing new, nothing special, rocket science. Everyone aware of it. The price has to, if it is not ready to close above the VWAP minimum, probability of price continuing on the upside, chances become less when price is trading around the VWAP. Here, what is happening here? So much of sideways auction. So now again, why price goes into sideways mode? Price goes into sideways mode because lower level buyers, higher level sellers, both are fighting. That is the reason price goes in a sideways mode. No one is ready, confident to push the price drag up or drag towards downside. Okay, so that is where the price goes into sideways mode. What I call it is as a slight fight between the buyers and sellers. This is where in this fight, as a directional trader, if any option buyers, don't waste your time in predicting, sir, whether a breakout will happen on the upside or breakout will happen on the downside. Not much requires. There is no requirement here to predict. Remember why you are trading in the market or why I am trading in the market. I am not here to predict anything, which I have also practically shown you in the last 1 month of the free live session, where I'll be speaking point to point during live market. One statement I believe I was repeating every time: I don't predict market, right? So here information, we have to get information. 4,000 open interest level, okay, mark, fine, fantastic, great. Now price is struggling to cross VWAP. Here we have previous days high also. Here we have what level? We have previous day high also. Let me mark down that level also. Okay, this is previous days high is also there, and now price is not even ready to sustain, come above the VWAP. Here one candle trying to close, next candle immediately next few minutes reversing back to the downside again. That means, what is the information? What is the simplest information we are getting? Is the buyers are stronger or sellers are stronger? On a simple term, forget about strongness, whether buyers are weaker or sellers are weak. Price is struggling to move up despite one candle reversing back again. So from morning, sellers dragging the price down, clearly trading more than 1 hour below previous day's low, clearly trading more than 45 minutes 1 hour below the previous day's current day's VWAP. So sellers here, somehow the selling pressure is coming in. Easily price is not ready to drag back towards upside. Now information, this is with the help of price action, because here the option chain 2x was not 2x but near to it, right? This is where I'm taking not blind aggressively immediately entering, I'm taking an help of the price action. If the price action chart is telling us clearly the buyers have no intention to push the price away, the buyers were really stronger. Once the price was trying to reach this VWAP and close above it, they would have minimum come to this previous day's high or check what the sellers are doing. No, you are not even interested. Next candle, from the next candle, price is trying to come back towards downside. Now this is where confirmation I already have from the price that the sellers are somehow stronger. Already open interest level is marked, so price is crossing, reaching this zone. So this is where this last 1.5 hours of fight which was happening, that is where the price went into sideways, right? 1.5, 2 hours of fight. It's almost more than 2 hours of fight which was happening here. Between whom, sir? Between buyers and sellers. Between lower level buyers, higher level sellers, right? So here inside this sideways, both bullish positions and bearish positions would have been taken, right? So traders who have taken bullish positions, where they will start placing stop loss, various level below this, not everyone will place below the balance zone, various lower levels. Those, if the bearish traders have taken the short side position, they will start placing stop loss above this or at various levels. Everyone will not place at same levels. Now, with the price action, along with the open interest, 4,000 levels, put writers, if the price is breaching below clearly and closing around say below it, that is where I'll be more comfortable to plan my short side trade below this, with SL placed above this. With price action is also telling us sellers are trying to come. So all these bullish position traders, if price started slowly dragging down, not only the put writers will try to cover their losses, but also this morning 1.5, 2 hours of bullish traders who have taken bullish positions, call options, their stop losses will also get triggered in form of stop loss is a market orders. So market orders will come in, market sale orders. Market sale orders of what? The option buyers call options. They will be squaring off, selling off their positions on the call option to come out of the trade in form of stop loss orders or market orders. More market orders aggressively coming in. That means price chances of dragging down becomes high, plus this PE, OI writers or 4,000 who are defending, they will also panic. This is what called as the momentum. I am here to utilize this momentum because here the probability is more that the price can fall further downside. So here, as I mentioned again, so just because some OI graph is here, sir, 2x OI, sir, okay, sir, you're told I'm drawing a line, sir, it is breaching, I'm shorting. No, blind trading every time we cannot do. It's behind this. These are all the logic which is running behind. As I mentioned, I try to go into the mind of a big player, what a big player can do. I'm not going inside a mind. I'm not clear. I'm a mind reader. I can read everyone's mind. No, nothing like that. Okay. Just try to put yourself in a big player's situation. Okay. In a big player's situation. Okay, and try to think what are all the possible scenario a big player who have put in crores and crores in the market in this position, what will be their reaction, what and how they will be thinking, and what perspective they will understanding the market. That is what this is one simple with the open interest. I'm trying to explain. This is again one of the concept. Okay, try to think out of the box. Okay, so now before moving on to any examples, now traders, can you able to, I have enabled the chat box. Just type yes if you are slightly getting understanding of the concept. I'm not telling in just one take you will understand everything, but can you able to understand in what are all the perspectives generally trading can be done? Yes, no. Okay, it might take some few traders might get, it would take some time in understanding. Okay, you can get an idea immediately. Okay, sure, great. With here I'll be again disabling the chat box. Okay. Here I'll be disabling the chat box again because what happens, right? The traders who are in the session, they will start getting multiple pop-up notifications because of the chat messages coming in. Okay, so here I'll be disabling the chat box. I will enable again once any other thing is there, any other questions need to be asked. In that perspective, I'll again enabling this one, right? So can you understand this is an out of the box thinking? Now, let's take few more examples. It's not like one or two examples straight away or telling some things. Let's take few more examples. One of the good example I will tell you is the Adani crisis. The way Adani was moving up beyond 3,500 levels, 400, 500 levels, the writers, call writers started pumping in aggressively. Call writers were aggressively trying to pump it. Now, here we can use one more perspective of understanding. Same way of understanding, probably on any live session, if I get a chance, I'll be explaining you what if this put writers rather than price moving down, not clearly closing below it, price start roaming around this level, what will be the price behavior? That is where the Adani chart will give a better idea. Okay, so this is an Adani chart again of 5th of September EOD chart. Once the market closed, I have taken the snapshot of it. Okay, so now what is the snapshot telling? This is ATM 3350 is the ATM strike price, and we have call Y put Y, right? So can you see here nearest strike price is having 3 times more call writers compared to the put writers. Matlab, what is the information here? What is the information here? 3,400 call writers are expecting that the price will not cross and more trade above 3,400. So their expectation is price to drag towards downside. Now this is Adani Enterprises will give you a different perspective of example. You can just focus this example. What was the level here, sir? 3,400. One day before 3350 on the closing basis. You check this closing basis, the close is somewhere around 3349, 3350. So ATM strike price is also 3350. So 3,400 writers. How much? 3x comparing to the put writers. 3,400. Can we see this? Morning price was trying to approach 3,400. What was happening? Price trying to form a wick, trying to aram se sustain below it. But this is where the real game comes in. This is where those traders, the normal retail traders who are thinking that 3,400, what call writers are 3x compared to the put writers, right? By looking at this, most traders were comfortably thinking, okay, 3,400 level will not breach. It is clearly acting as a resistance. So price multiple time to approach this zone. It is not ready to cross. Price coming below VWAP. Let's plan a bearish trade. This is what a normal trader thinks. A normal retail trader who can even just Google what is mean by open interest, he will get this as an information. If more writers are there, it will act as a resistance. I agree, sir. If more writers are there, 2x, 3x times the same level maximum try to act as a resistance. What if this level is breaching? That is where in that what if, the question of what if the levels are aram se breaching, sustain above it, what will be the reaction? Reaction will be on this direction. The price can has a high probability to move towards upside because of the writers panicking, squaring off their positions, etc. and etc. But here one more thing, 3350, I am getting the EOD data of the Adani Enterprises, right? So let's say this same 3,400 call option is at 3350. Let's say it is trading around 60 rupees. Okay, option is trading around 60 rupees. When price was at 3350, let morning price came to 3,400. The option writers who would have written at the closing basis also, I'm just considering at the closing, they would have written here and everywhere. On an average from this zone to this zone, the middle point is here, right? So on an average, let's say at 60 rupees, the call option writers were by the end of the day, they are having a positions. By the EOD option price closing at 60, so I'm taking it that price. Now, once market approached 3,400, can anyone tell me what will be the option price? And in the last ICICI example which I have told, the option which was as 15, price moving up, the option would have not gone to 11, sorry for it, would have gone to 19. ICICI example, I have taken a wrong number, 11, it would have been 19, just for the clarifications. Okay. So now here, this writers who have shorted around 60, the option now it will be trading around 45. Or sorry, not 45. Again, I'm doing the same mistake. They will be trading around 85. I'm just taking 0.5 ka delta, sir. 50 points move, 0.5 ka delta, 25 points, 85. Already the call writers are in a loss who are taken the position on closing basis. Because as we are calculating total volumes, total OI, sorry, not volume, OI, the option writers would have been written here also. Price again coming up, they might be in profit. And speaking about those writers who have written at the lower position of the day. Because here price was, we can't tell ki every writers would have been taken the open interest at the closing only. Okay, they would have taken here, everywhere at whatever levels. Even after seeing an aggressive fall, they would have expect this will act as a resistance because this is the starting point of the move. So taking a call, the 3,400, writing the call option. A different level, but for your clarification or understanding, on the closing visit the 60, now it will be trading around 85, right? Call options. Now, price is trying to reject and try to come back down. If these writers were so stronger, or if these sellers were so stronger, Price came below VWAP, sustaining below VWAP, right? These are morning buyers are there. They can come in for a dip. We cannot tell they will not come in for a dip. They can come in for a dip. Why? Because aggressive sellers, buyers have also breached aggressively, reversed the price on the upside. So they can come in to the for a minimum one dip, right? So here, what was happening here? Price came below VWAP, trying to sustain below the VWAP, but can we see one thing here? These buyers are again coming in and trying to reverse back the price towards upside. What and where? In the live session for the last 1 month, I have been speaking about one concept, that is midpoint. It's live session for information. It's a free live session, nothing paid or anything here. I've been using a concept called midpoint. So this is the up move which was coming in. So what is the middle point? Midpoint is somewhere here. Now I'm calculating, sir, why just blindly you are drawing 2-3 lines and telling this is midpoint means why and how? Simple. Just I'll be moving the cursor here. You can check what is the high here, 3,400. What is the low here? 3,355. So 45 points. So this range is 45 points. Dividing it by 2 is 22.5. Right? 55, 65, 75, 77, 78. 78 becomes the midpoint. Okay. So 78 becomes the midpoint. Price is trying to sideways, trying to break the midpoint. It is trying to sustain. I have an information that the buyers can come because these are aggressive buyers. Aggressive down move follow up by aggressive pick up move in the first few minutes. That means buyers are there. इतनी आसानी से this sellers will not leave the price to drag towards upside. Right, so buyers are there. They might come in for a different. That I will be understanding with the simple concept of midpoint. Midpoint, what midpoint is telling me, if price after an up move is trying to come back down, if the sellers are stronger, price will start around say trade below the midpoint or sustain below the midpoint and the price can drag down. What if price is trying to come below midpoint, but what if it is not sustaining below it? Okay, price is going sideways and reversing back up. That means here the probability immediately becomes very low for a downside move. If again price is trying to reverse back up above the midpoint, above the VWAP, that means these buyers are obviously coming in. So here what happened? Already the PC writers, 3,400 writers are 3x. Writers are sitting with a loss. Those who entered any year from anything below the zone in this consolidation after seeing the fall, they are in loss because 3 hours market sideways here, right? Already they are in loss. And those sellers or bearish traders who have taken bearish position, those who have bought put option, those who have sold call option, looking at price open interest 3,400, there is more call open interest. Price is not ready to move, rejecting back down. Now in this upside move, here already writers are sitting, plus the fresh put option buyers, fresh call option short side traders, fresh short positions they have created on the future levels, short position which was created on intraday on Adani Enterprises on the spot levels. Everyone are there, right? Everyone are there in the system. On the bearish, opposite bullish traders are also there, but can you see how much base of bearish position traders are there who are expecting price to drag down, right? Price is around closing above this 3,400 levels with a bullish candle. So for me, I'll be planning to take my positions above this candle line with SL place below this low, with an expectation of 1:2 risk reward or minimum 1:1.5 risk reward. Here price crossed, but can you see this price was consolidating for 25-30 minutes. So last time price, the call writers were not allowing the price, who are 3x call writers in open interest, they were not allowing the price to even cross this 3,400 levels. Now when it is crossing, it is sustaining above it aram se. It is more trading above it aram se. So here price action comes into the picture. resistance trying to turn into support before I am executing. My plan was to above this candle, right? Before that, resistance turning into support. So entire game changes on the upside. At different levels, different layers, all the bearish traders will be under panic too, because of stop loss triggering, position going against them on the losing side. Both option, buyers, option sellers, intraday traders, all the bearish traders are under panic. Resistance turned into support, midpoint zone respected, price came above VWAP. This time, can you see the aggression? Tack, tack, continuous upside move, sustaining above this. This is what I always say, open interest, I am taking it as an information. I'm not just blindly executing my trades or a confirmation of executing a trade just because open interest is showing something. Writers are more, put option traders are more, call writers are more, this, that. No, confirmation. It's an additional clue for me. That is what I have been trying to explain to you every month. Those who have joined the live session for the last 1 month, I am making open interest as my additional confirmation. I blindly never execute trade, only with the help of open interest. The main aim of doing this session is all about, as many traders were asking about, do a session on open interest. I try to compare it with the price, because price is everything, sir. I always tell a simple statement, follow the price, rest is noise. You can write it down this if you want, or if you want to remember that. Follow the price, rest is noise. Okay, whatever data you may be having, let me tell you what I do. Whatever data I may be having, whatever reference level I may be at, but I want to see a confirmation from the chart. उसके बाद just think what will be my confidence levels. This is what I was trying to share with you traders in the last 1 month of live session. Keep waiting can give opportunity, get confirmation, confidence from the chart and executing trades. Profit was in front of you. Along with me, the traders have also made profit in the last full month, week by week by week basis on index, sometimes on the stocks, right? Confidence. Now think, with so much data, information you have, the confidence to take this call option, the confidence to take the position will be very high. Because what most traders do is wasting their time in more focusing on indicators. Wasting their time in more focusing on indicators. I'm not telling it is wrong or it is a bad way of focus and trade based on indicators, but my main here is, most traders, what they do, most retail traders have an habit, sir, I am adding 2 moving average, sir, price is crossover moving average, sir, I will take a short side position. Why you are taking? Sir, crossover I am taking, sir. Array, where is the price? What is the price is doing? No, nice, sir, I don't care. That is what retail traders. Sir, some indicator is crossing 70, sir, super bullish, sir. Some indicator is crossing 85, sir, it is low. No, now the price will reverse back. How we are telling, sir, 10 days back I have seen the same indicator approaching 85 levels and market from the rejected very aggressive, sir. Now also it will reject. 10 days back, 1 month back it has happened. You are expecting same thing on an intraday trade. Try to understand, 10 days back the price was something else. Today price is something else. 10 days back price behavior was something else. Today the price behavior is something else. Okay. I will tell you recent incidents on the Bank Nifty on this Friday's session. What happened is, one trader was continuously messaging in the chat box, sir, RSI is 81, sir, overbought, sir, PCR is high, sir, this is high, sir, that is high, sir. He was using all the indicators and telling the price will fall down. No, don't get distracted. I'm not telling that indicator will not work, it is not good. No, my main focus is, if you want indicator, you can follow, because I am not the any person to force you, you need to follow this, follow that. No, I'm not a person. It's all your money, your decision, your trading. But what I am trying to tell is give more importance to price rather than spending hours and hours in searching for some holy grail system or some high accuracy strategies based on indicators. Because can you understand what I was speaking on this for the past 1 hour? Have I used any major indicators here? VWAP I have plotted here just to see what's the behavior of retail traders. Simple. Because retailers have an habit of placing stop loss below VWAP, placing stop loss above VWAP. Retailers generally have that activity and easily getting trapped by their stop losses untamed. Now I will just enable the chat box. Can everyone understand for the last 1 hour what I was trying to explain you? Yes, no? Here the in terms of the PE writing, I'm telling is PE writers. PE writers, put writers means the sellers. Right? Can you understand? This is what all about a simple approach. Because open interest, using open interest, I will tell you repeatedly, there are various ways. As I mentioned, again, one way I have more experienced this, that the way which I am trying to approach this has helped a lot along with the price action. Okay, along with the price action, that's helped a lot for my trading. Okay, so similar things I wanted to share, because what I try to follow, I try to share in the aftermarket webinars, aftermarket contents, and Monday to Friday in the live market sessions. Okay, one question is, can you please see the Adani chart of 5th September? Can we take trade crossing 3,400 levels? No, sir. This OI data of 1 day before I have to check. I think as of now, I might not have that OI data. Okay, one question, Saranan sir. We presume that option sellers are the people in the known. If that be a case, why market moves against them sometimes? So market, no one can just every day they cannot control the market. Okay, try to understand that things changes based on different market conditions. Things changes. So now how to get this, sir? How to get this bar graph and all? I think there are various ways you can Google it out. This is a simple thing which my broker is giving us. This is a Dart Stocks software, which is one of my broker is giving this. Okay, you can Google it out. OI bar graph. You might get many websites and you might have a cross check on it. Probably what I will do, I will try to create an Excel sheet for you traders. Okay, probably a Google Excel sheet on this one, and where every day it can be updated, or any other websites you can Google it out, you can check. I have not tried on the website because yes, there might be various website, and I am not recommending any website because I don't know what is the reliability or what is their data. Is the open interest data is exactly same as the exchange data or the same data as a data vendor? Okay. One question, sir, does volume at crossing some level is important? Can you explain? No, volume as of now, in this case, it is not, I think it is not much requirement, because volumes which is coming on the bottom, which you could see the volume which is coming here. Okay, can you see the volume suddenly shooting up, sir? This means big buyers are coming. No, try to understand that. Just because the volume is shooting up, this is not telling us the big buyers are coming in immediately every time, because those short side traders who have taken bearish position, they will be placing, retailers have an habit of placing SL about the morning high, and the year price was almost one time, two time, three time, four time rejecting. So what traders do, sir? Four time rejecting this level, price will not fall down at 3,400. Call writers are also more. So if I place stop loss above this level, my stop loss will not get triggered. This is what normal retailers do. So this volume which you could see here, it also includes the stop loss Antinka volume also. Just, and the candle volume color is looking green is only because the candle color is green. The volume color is also looking green. Okay, don't get much biased or attracted by the color. Okay, so let's, one trader was asking to check on the ICICI Bank. Let's have a small check on the ICICI Bank. Okay, so ICICI Bank, if you just for the tomorrow's or next trading session, if I want to give an more importance or the focus here. Yes, the closing is around 865.65. That means 870 is the ATM strike price. Okay, so 870 is the ATM strike price. So here there are two factors. Just check. There are two factors which is here. Next higher level 880, there is more than 2x writers are there. For next trading session, probably Monday will be, tomorrow will be live connected from morning 9 a.m. Let's see tomorrow this ICICI what is happening. One question was asked, right? So tomorrow in the live sessions, you will get to have an idea. Okay. Ahmed sir, we took 730 call options. ICICI is trading around 865, sir. Rishi sir is asking, does IB plays a role? Sir, IB generally plays a role in the option. We cannot decide when it will come into picture. Predicting IB is almost impossible. Okay, why is buyers, why changes sell option sellers? Correct. One question from Chandru sir. No, that is not the case, Chandru sir. You have taken it in a wrong way. Okay. Sir, in terms of one question from us, sir, how to enter, especially on the index perspective. Sir, in terms of index, the volatility generally is more. That is what on the index perspective, I'll be explaining in the next live session. Okay, that is on Monday. Tomorrow's live session, I'll be explaining about the index. Okay, in terms of the this one, Nifty. I don't think here I might get this weekly option. Wait, am I getting it? Yes, this is weekly only. Fine. So here on the Nifty's perspective, where is the close coming in? 17,107. That means 1,700 is the ATM strike price. So this is ATM strike price. Can we see next? This no major much open interest. So next is this 17,200 where the call writers are more. And in terms of 1,700, it's almost equal and open interest. So next on the index, the next nearest good level is 16,900. But here what is happening here is both the levels are 200 points away. This is 100 points away. This is 200 points away where we are getting more than 2x of open interest. That is what I need to close. I will be checking the 17,200 and 16,900 levels. Murari sir, I think you have raised your hand. Just ask your questions if possible. Rahul sir is asking, sir, can OI and change in OI be manipulated in index by smart money to trap retail traders? Possibilities are there. Possibilities are there. Can we use strike price chart as an additional information in taking trades? Yes, for additional confirmation can be used. Devendra sir, is there any threshold of strike price or strike having 2x, 3x Y after ATM can be considered? 2x, 3x after ATM can be considered, sir. Srinivas sir, can you explain how can we use OI for swing trading? No, sir, I am not a big much do swing trading, so Srinivas sir, I might not be a correct person to explain you more on towards swing trading. Okay. Any other questions? You can ask your questions in the chat box. And just for everyone's information, live market session will be running continued after the completion of 1 month. Last week we have completed 1 month. It will be continued Monday to Friday on all trading session, morning 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. So, sir, very simple. You can Google it out if you want to specifically this Dart Stock software. Then Google out which brokers provides this Dart Stock software. Okay, I am using this as a Trade Smart broker which is providing this Dart Stock software. Rahul is asking, how can you please explain how to identify smart money questions in index, future, and option? No, sir. I'm more comfortable, Rahul sir. I see in the chart practically, and I try to take my trades, which I have been also showing with the traders in the live market for the past 1 month. Okay. Yes, yes, Amar, the same interface. Probably the interface will be same. Murari sir just wanted to know on what basis you mark the levels in Bank Nifty and Nifty. Probably it might take some time. No, sir, it is not based on OI, Murari sir. It's based on support and resistance. I will try to plan any other sessions and explaining you. Any other questions anyone have, you can ask in the chat box for the next few minutes. Murari sir, message me on Telegram or YouTube. Sorry, message me on Telegram or Twitter. Okay. Okay, one question is Bandhan Bank 280 call option of IS2I and 250 put option as IS2I. What will be probably move on the chart? So Bandhan Bank sir, these are low liquid stocks to be honest. In the option, the liquidity is less in the Bandhan Bank if I'm not wrong. So that might be, I'll be not much big fan of checking low liquid, low high slippage wala stocks. Can we use volume profile to identify the activity of big players? Yes, we can. Can we use this for a positional trade setup? I have not much trades that we can have a cross check. How high liquid and high beta of FNO stocks? High liquid, high beta FNO stocks and stock list very simple. Stock list choosing the strike price. Sorry, choosing the stocks, heavyweight stocks of all the index. Choose any. If I'm choosing IT index, Infosys, TCS, HCL Tech, Tech Mahindra, Bank, Kotak, HDFC, Axis, ICICI. Financial sector, Bajaj Finance, HDFC. And when it comes to if I want to check auto sector, M&M, Bajaj Auto, Maruti, these are heavyweight stocks. Chandru sir, what indicators you will use to enter a position? Chandru sir, I think you have been part of the live session. Have you seen me using any major indicators? Shubham sir's question, sir, the strategy of Bank Nifty which you shared yesterday, can it be used on stocks? First you have to check it out, sir. Shubham sir, I have not checked on the stocks, so immediately I can't give any statement or anything that can be used on the stocks or not. Can we mean call writers or put writers? Call writers as sellers and put writers as buyers. No, no, sir. No blind prediction, Bhavin sir. No blind prediction. Okay. As traders, you can this as I mentioned, this session will go on 1.5 hours. Was the my plan here to do the session 1.5 2 hours maximum. So traders, if you find the session useful, you can share your valuable feedbacks on the Twitter just by tagging Learn to Trade 365 Twitter handle, and you can share your valuable feedbacks of the session. Anyone have any other questions? You can ask your questions in the chat box. What does writers means? Writers means option sellers. Bhavin sir, writers means option sellers. Very simple. I believe and also everyone are aware about the live market session which goes on Monday to Friday on all trading sessions starts by 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. If you are not allowed, this is just for your information. The links will be shared for the live market session on the Telegram channel and also on the Twitter. Okay, Rahul is telling once again an excellent session. Yes, sir. You can aram se share your valuable feedbacks on the Twitter because here multiple messages are coming in. I can't even quickly check what's your name. So better if you are comfortable, you can share your valuable feedbacks on Twitter. Again, positive or negative feedbacks, everything is accepted. Yes, Rishi sir, your question is on Bank Nifty and Nifty reference level. I plan to do a separate session on it, sir. Okay. And one more thing, just don't completely go into the market next day and try to execute trades based on the concept. Try to understand. First, understand whether it's suiting you. Again, it's your capital. You are your sole responsible on terms of the profit and loss. Manage the risk first. Respect the risk first. Market है इसीलिए I'll be going and jumping and taking trade. Don't do that. Vivek sir, okay, thank you. Abhinav sir, just message me on Twitter. Shailesh sir is asking, sir, what best source to learn price action? Any book or site or YouTube channel? So you can watch the YouTube channel. In my YouTube channel, there are already few videos available. You can have a cross check on it. Okay. I will try to share the YouTube channel link in the chat box. You can make use of it. Okay. One question from Srinivas sir, why is 3 minute delay in Bank Nifty who happens in 1 minute? Yes, that is why delay is there. If you are checking the why on the live market, it will be delay, right? EOD live, EOD, there might be no delay. Srinivas sir, during live market on the open interest, current what is happening on the open interest, right? I don't much, as I mentioned, I take it as an additional confirmation only. This concept of EOD concept, you can get an idea before itself, right? Okay. Yes. So great. Good to know the session is making useful. As I mentioned, I cannot might as multiple messages are coming. I cannot see all this who are all trying to share your feedbacks. You can share it also on the Twitter if you are comfortable. Okay. Good to see Shailesh sir is selling. Thank you, sir. It was very informative session. Shubham sir, nice session. Great. This is as I do a session on option buying, especially sure. Chalo, great. Thank you so much. This was a short session because I was not planning any long session. This clear understanding without much any time pass या फिर lecture. I might be also getting bored by telling some lecture and all. Okay, we'll meet you all everyone in the tomorrow's live session sharp by 9 a.m. The link will be shared on Twitter and Telegram. Meet you all in the next live session tomorrow morning sharp by 9 a.m. Okay. So thank you so much everyone for attending this session. I believe session was useful to you. You would have learned something new, or you would have get some idea. Okay, chalo, great. We'll meet you all in the next live session sharp by 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Thank you everyone. We'll meet you all in the next session. By here, I will end this session right now. Thank you.